Um, Good afternoon. We are in afternoon here in Nigeria, Lagos. We're in West Africa. My name is Tito Harrison. I'm your host, and I'm going to be talking about marriages. It's not because I am better off, but because I see myself as a partner in marriages. I don't see myself as counselor. I see myself as a man who has taken it upon himself to see how marriages can be successful. So rather than calling myself master of marriage solution, I would rather say a colleague in marriage. To start with, this program has been going on for years on my Facebook, and I think it has succeeded in solving marriages, and I think a whole lot of people are following, and it has a free communication as, as free as it can be. First of all, let's outline the problems facing marriages. Marriages, if I must come out clear, is some will say black market, but it's a journey into the unknown. Let's make it so. It comes in three phases. The first phase is the phase of relationship. You see, at that point, there are a lot of excitement in the minds of both people. You understand? They have a whole lot of fantasy because at that point, each and every one is coming up, giving his best to see how the whole journey can get to promised land. A lot of lies accompany the that era. I say the first phase, the pre-marriage era. A lot of pretense, a lot of make-believe life. Because though some see regularly, but that's excitement, to see often that excitement to bring fun, happiness to each other's eyes makes a whole lot of them not come out straight. That is why we say in relationship we only see the excitement. The occasional season of crisis, but it's still not as strong as it is, as it should be inside marriage. You know, it's saying, I'm not a fan of this saying that where there is perfect love, there is no fear. This is my position on that. Where there is perfect love is where fear lives. Because if you have been fortunate to at least fall in love once in a lifetime, you see how much you fear to lose the other partner you're in love with. You know what I'm saying? Every slight mistake you see, you won't know you're already fidgeting if you are the most loving heart. You get what I'm saying? You try to see how you can balance all errors, all phases of the whole movement, as it were. You know. So let's leave that doctrine that says perfect love has no fear. A very good loving relationship comes with so much fear. That is that. So, still talking about the premarital relationship thing. At that point, you see ladies, they wear their best clothes, do the best hair, go around with the best perfume, also with guys. It gets so The deception gets so high to the point that even some ladies will borrow things they don't naturally own, to impress the loving partner. I'm a man. Over time, we usually borrow what we don't have to. When we have a date, you know, it used to be very funny. It used to be very funny, yes, because it gives you that excitement. Most times, you won't even know you're acting like a baby, but love is sweet. Love is very sweet. It's a good memory of those days. It's love is sweet. Love is sweet. Now, moving to the phase of marriage. You see, to be frank, you are really getting to know yourself first. Before then, you have not even known yourself. But the moment it leads to marriage, you are beginning to know yourself. Who truly am I? Then the other partner is trying to see how he can factualize his own presence too. Because you are leaving that terrain of deception to the terrain of reality. Every clothes you have will be known by your partner. All those borrowed apparel, those borrowed fashion wares, fashion things as it were, you won't borrow them again because you have everything there. It is at that point you will start knowing if the guy or the lady truly own those things. It is the moment of revelation. You get in there. It is there you start knowing whether your partner only smell good when he has a date or he has the habit of smelling good regularly. Because the moment we are able to actualize that stage of marriage, it is not easy to pretend again. That's where you see in the house, you see clothes pile up. You see a whole lot of things really, because you know within you that you have gotten to the point where you actually want to be. So a lots and lots of people lose guard. They lose guard. You basically now go to your house. You see, your normal behavior at home comes to fall. If you are not the type with very sound oral hygiene, you can't pretend it again because it is not occasional that you have a date now, but now you are living your life. You will start understand the fact that my partner has very poor oral hygiene. My partner has this, has that, he nags, he does this, he does that, because you will be around each other every now and then. And you see, let me tell you something, a man cannot pretend for too long. The man can pretend for too long. If he's the type that has uncontrollable temperament, you will know. Somehow before marriage, you might be having a glimpse of it. But right inside marriage, you will know. Because that's mind that, oh, it's in the house now. There is no point pretending anything. We're good. And this stage mostly affects women. When a woman gets home and they understand the fact that it's no more just chasing each other and all that, a woman should not allow her hygiene to drop. Instead, you should build on your hygiene. You know what I'm saying? All the things that made that man fall in love with you, the moment you start losing guard, you start falling short of those things, you're giving him skepticism as to whether did I really go for the right person? And by the time things like this setting, his mind will be heavy with doubts. So mostly, I'm not saying a big percentage of wives, but mostly when marriage has been consummated, women lose guard of their womanly values in the sense of dressing, in the sense of keeping their corner clean, keeping their space clean. You know, ordinarily while the relationship was on, you were not tying wrapper to meet him at points of at meeting points. You were not shabbily dressed on a date. But when they get in, you see them now dressed as if, okay, yeah, this whole thing has been consummated, and now you now see a small girl that was supposed to be still be enjoying, shuttling between marriage and the nostalgia of those beautiful moments, dating moments, will automatically now turn herself to a full-time woman. She might even flank wrapper on her chest the whole day. You know, you see the hair will be shabbily kept. You understand? Some might not even have their bait till maybe night. You know, and it's not every man that is outspoken. You know, some might say, "Oh, don't let me hurt her, don't let me this, not that," but that doesn't mean it's okay with what you might be doing. As a wife, up your game, keep your hygiene intact, look as beautiful as you have always been. Don't get home and look like 20 years older. If you don't give that man reason to be running after you, scampering as he has been, what he has found attractive in you, if he doesn't see it there again, maybe your youthful look, maybe the beauty, maybe the perf. Perf speaks language. You know, your perf, you might not hear, communicates louder than a whole lot of things. Okay, some are very good fan of wonderful perfume and all that. But often they wear their perf on dirty body. If you do that, you are actually worsening the situation, because body odor would accompany the fragrance. And being that as it may, you are getting it all wrong. You know, as a wife, try to keep that level you have always kept outside the relationship and not be before the marriage. You know, look more youthful, even to the point where after you have given birth, try to still look your best. You know, try to still look your best. My beauty does not vanish in a matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. No, except you decide to diminish your beauty, you will still be beautiful even after you have a baby. You know, so that's from the area of the women. You know what I'm saying? In the area of men, still speaking, the women species are cleaner than the male species. The male species, sorry. You know, habitually, a lot of men feel that it is the women's business to be extremely clean. Though a handful of men are also very, very clean. But it's good to approach you and very inviting fragrance emits. You know, at that point, nobody will want to leave you. Everybody wants to be in your presence and all that. Even imagine where you are in a meeting and your colleagues with whom you are in that meeting are relishing the fragrance of your perfume. A lot will be pushed to us. If after the serious meeting, that's so I love your perf, I love your cologne. So I might even go further to ask you, so what's the name? Where do I get it? You know, so all this, you see, if you see how many times smelling good has guaranteed very good business, very good contracts, very good rentability, you know, you will know smelling good is a very good business. When some people approach you the first time, their oral hygiene might just put you off. You know, nobody wants to stay inside discomfort. The moment you're talking to me, I'm not enjoying the energy that I'm getting. I will try to look for an opportunity where we don't ever talk again. You know, where you are engaged me in serious talk and I go home, I start nursing health issue. There was a time I was unfortunate to be speaking with a particular person. The stench emitting from his mouth aggravated my ulcer situation. I started feeling irritated right from inside my tummy. And you see, I won't lie to you, I resorted to taking my ulcer medication again because was the reaction the stench was given to my system was acidic. And you see, acid, the whole thing that's come together to give you ulcer is acidic. You know, acidic reaction of the abdominal system and all that. It's no, let's not go into medicals as it were. I really didn't want to have an encounter with that person again. You understand? The smelling good will make somebody want to meet you again, want to speak with you again, want to have regular interface with you and regular contact with you again. So if you are married, please, the hygiene you have kept, during that premarital stage, keep it in. It will bring deeper love. It will groom better understanding. It will make one partner look irreplaceable. That is in the area of body hygiene. But now we're talking about morals. Moral. When you see, we have often had a situation where we say somebody is morally bankrupt. Moral bankruptcy kills marriages. During courtship, a lot of things that your partner really could not imagine you had start coming up. You know what I'm saying? Start coming up. You start bringing your natural self. You start coming to the fore. It's not a very good thing if you cannot adjust. Whatever mannerism, whatever has been your way of life, can be curtailed or reduced because it's not about you alone now. Another person has joined you, so you cannot walk. We can't walk with your temperament. We can't walk with your negativity. Another person is joining, so you see there should be a meeting point. Okay, these are the things I would like one of us to change, so we can have very, very loving home. We can have very cozy atmosphere, be able to understand each other very well and all that. But I doubt if a lot of married people, that should be the very first decisions to be made. Because you have gone beyond deception. You are not facing the real thing. Marriage is like an ocean. Don't go in if you can't swim. And you can't get in there and start swimming, you cannot swim. If you don't swim, you sink. You must continue swimming. You know what I'm trying to say? That is one thing about marriage. It's not something you say, okay, let me take a week off to my family. No, it's a home. It's your new home. So how are you going to make it work is your business. It should be your business. You get what I'm saying? How are you going to make sure that your partner doesn't feel unduly embarrassed? How you will not be humiliating your partner through behavior? How you will not be autocratic at all? Because we often see relationships where the wives are so afraid to exist physically. Where you see the wife is being subjected to the background. You didn't tell the parents you were going to marry a slave, or possibly I want a slave that I can oppress, I can pin down, No. You actually went to marry a completing component to your heart. And the moment you're treating her as if she's nobody, you are treating a part of your heart, with insolence. And let me tell you, Violence beget violence, except for a woman who is naturally faulty. Natural faults. Natural faults is that maybe she's naturally hyper, negative hyper, or who might be a psychopath. If you are well behaved, you will get good response. A good behavior will locate you. You know what I'm saying? Because I like the fact that most relationships are triggered by fault from either the man or the woman. And the idea of sorry, it goes a long way. Because you can't assure your partner that you will not offend her again. Life is about erring, forgiving, erring, forgiving. Because we are not perfect, we are not God, we are not prophets, we are not angel. You know. But the moment you err and you apologize, you should endeavor not to repeat it. You know what I'm saying? If you endeavor not to repeat it, it will save you peace of mind. Because no matter how peaceful a house can be, if a woman starts nagging, that the peace is gradually ebbing. And it's the nature of a man not to succumb to the pressure of the wife. Nothing stops you from trying to know what makes her nag. You know, it doesn't make you a lesser man. You know, it doesn't make you a lesser man. You should be able to say, okay, this is my partner. She's not happy. Has she been this way? No. Something must have gone wrong. Let me call her. Let me talk to her. And most time, these are best done at night, bedtime. You know, bedtime talk. They say bedtime talk. A lot of people don't have bedtime talks. It's either they are exhausted in the day, they just go to bed, fall asleep. The anger that a partner holds on my mind, such partner might not be able to purge it since there is no quiet time at night, to purge it. You are busy in the day, it is only at night, it could be 10, 15, 20 minutes, you saw it and go to bed. No. We know of some couple who are habitually keep malins. They keep malins. A lot, we know them. It is not a workable solution in marriage. Marriage is forgive. You commit an error, ask, why did you do this? Because sometimes you might think that person is wrong. The reason for doing that might even, erase your point. So it shows there is need to talk. There is need to rub mind. Because you are soulmates. Then if the soul don't rub each other, then there is nothing like soulmate there. Some couples don't talk. Rather, they confide in friends outside. This is how my husband behaves. This is how my wife behaves. And let me tell you, most problems in marriages today are caused by friends. Largely by friends. Very remote quantity are caused by families. Either your in-laws, as it were, cousin to your wife, to your husband, all that. They play very minor role in the problems of marriages. Yes. Because you can curtail their freedom. You understand? You can curtail their freedom, you can reduce their visits, you know. You can logically let them understand the fact that no, this marriage needs privacy, this and that. They will respect your opinion because it is one family, they feel the family progress. Family progress is a must. But for a friend out there, maybe while you were even dating the lady, he has always liked the lady even more than you have liked the lady, but the lady happened to be yours. For the male friend, the era of jealousy, if for instance, you were both pursuing the lady, or perhaps latently he likes the lady while he has been following you to her place and all that. Because men react to what they see, women react to what to touch. Over time, by the time you are in that relationship and the ladies realizes the fact, your friend, your male friend realizes the fact that she has put to bed. Maybe those things that were driving both of you crazy about her, with age, with delivery, she starts having transformation, shape transformation. To some, it's not like 100% endowment anymore. Births might have a way of reshaping it. So rather than seeing that cute fine girl, most times you start seeing a woman. So it is there's every likelihood that the male friend, no, she's not a woman, guys. She's not. So over time, the male friend might really stop the jealousy and look forth to another person, another lady, you know. If possibly is still searching, you know. But it's more dangerous on the part of the female friends. Yes. The male friend, the husband's friends who are male, is after the beauty of that lady. And by the time the lady has put to bed or the lady is beginning to gain flesh, gain weight and all that, the lady might fall out of his specification. He might not be feeling anything for the lady again. But for the friends of the wife, they are the most dangerous people in relationship, in marriages. Because while, for instance, while the friends of the husband are seeing beauty, and the beauty is ebbing as the woman grows older, the friends of the wife, who are lady, they are not after the beauty of the husband. They are after sustainability. They also want assurance. They want insurance. So as long as that friend's husband is still successful, they still feel it's a marriage material. You know what I'm saying? So you basically agree with me that the envy, the jealousy from the side of female friends towards each other's husband might not end if what triggers their likeness for the husband continues to increase. If the husband continues to increase in lots, if he continues to increase in wealth, and they will just feel they want survival. So you see, at that point, if the man is the flirting type and he decides to ask such female friend out, she might jump at it. That's why you mostly see situation where female will always say, my friend, my husband dates my friend, my husband dates my husband. So because it's prevalent in the sense that it is not the handsomeness of the husband that the friend is after. She is after good living, affluence. More so, this guy over time, things became very cool. You were able to give your wife best life. And on the other hand, this friend might be unfortunate. She still might not have somebody that is able to care for her. You know, see the reason why wanting that man might never end as far as the man is still making progress in life, because she wants survival. And some are really so mean that they don't care what will the friends say, provided they have succeeded in their goal. As I speak with you, by the time the friendship, the dating relationship between such husband and such friend, you know, begins to evolve, she might, from her side, sever ties with this friend, you know, in preparation to if she finds out. So she might have even kept her distance. You get what I'm saying? And imagine you now confide in such friend. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying male friends don't have their own negativity too. For the time being that your friend still loves your wife or still wants your wife, it might be misleading you if you have little crisis. He might even be telling you, oh, you have been stupid, you have been too submissive, you have been too, you are not enforcing your manly position at home, you are this and I'm saying. Possibly, if the woman has not been completely battered by age or by marriage effects, the woman could still fall into his claws. So it might really not give you reason to be patient in your marriage. Him, the man, the friend, the male friend, all his mind will be that if the thing breaks, he might still win over the lady. You know, we have very few of them, very few. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, over time, maybe the new womanly picture might discourage him from continue liking. But for that female friend, she will continue liking the man because she wants survival. And she feels there is survival with that man. And she feels her friend is really so lucky, she's the unlucky type, and what she's not my sister now. If I get a husband, for the worst cases, we will not be friends anymore. We have a lot of them out there. So if you have any reason to report your man, don't expect positive advice. Don't expect positive advice. You know, I have encountered where same friend who was supposed to be a confidant to the wife would always tell the husband what the wife said about this man, the secrets they share, where they go together, sometimes even up to where they visit spiritually. But she will exonerate herself, so you won't feel their birds of same plumage. You know what I'm saying? So looking at things like this, you start asking yourself, while marriage is in progress, do we really need serious friends? Because for that woman whose marriage is successful, your best friend is your husband. For that man whose marriage has turned out successful, your best friend is your wife. You get what I'm saying? If there is no much external interference, not where somebody is there compelling you, you know, to return fire for fire when crisis coming. No relationship doesn't have crisis. Every relationship has its own crisis. Because marriage is a war. You must fight it. You fight from the area of in-laws, fight from the area of friends, fight from the area of behavioral pattern, difference. Some fight religious war, you know. Some fight monetary. No, monetary is everywhere. Because I tell people, if you say your wife likes money too much, I think man is wrong to ever say that. Because I have not seen that woman who doesn't like money so much. I am still looking for a woman who doesn't have money so much, who doesn't love money so much. And in all fairness, it's difficult to know how much a woman has. Don't bother. If you want peace, don't bother to know how much your wife has. Don't bother. If she tells you good, if you ask, unless she is trying to be dodgy, leave it. Let it be. It's the nature of women. But you know what I'm telling you, I'm also a victim of this. I know a lot of people, a lot of men are victims. Women are good keepers of money. But lo and behold, even if she keeps everything in the whole world to herself, if she's in love with you, she will spend everything at home again. So why bothering yourself? Why bothering yourself? Everything she has kept. If the need arises for her to use it, she will use it for the home again. You know what I'm saying? That is, I'm talking about a woman who doesn't have an affair outside. So this program is marriage matter for mature minds. It's not for couple who, for the man has a girlfriend outside, the woman has a girlfriend. It's for, please, if you are such, don't follow me. Because I am trying to see how I can build a marriage. I'm not trying to build a marriage and relationship outside. No. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not saying I'm perfect. But I'm trying to see how I can remove tonsils, how I can separate, seed from shafts in marriages. So marriage is sweet. Marriage is very, very lovely. Marriage is lovely. Marriage gives you joy. It makes you complete. It's not usually fun, as people see it. It comes with a lot of its own problems, crisis, marrying and all that. I mean, management, as it were. Then another phase is, if you can manage the very few first year of marriage, something will change when kids start coming in. When kids start coming in, naturally your wife's hygiene will fall. Your wife's hygiene will drop. Sorry, I wanted to say drop. Your wife's hygiene will drop because the baby is messy. But for that woman who still keeps a very big percentage of hygiene, will still be able to meet up. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, as a man, you should prepare your mind that at the point of child nursing, the child can just mess the mother up at any time. So you don't expect that 100% hygiene, as it were. Because now she has another life she's building. And that life is not mature to keep her own level of hygiene. So that life is messing her up. You get what I'm saying? Occasionally, he messes the dad up too. But he has a longer time, spends a longer time with the mother. So at that point, if such hygiene drops, the man should not see that as alibi to abandon her. You know what I'm saying? You should not see that as alibi to abandon her because she is going through a lot as a mother. That is the first stage of childbearing, delivery, you know what I'm saying? As children start growing, that is another phase. Within that period, finances might be shaky because it's different from when you were just two. We are beginning to have extra amounts, we are beginning to settle bills, little from here, there, and all that. You know what I'm saying? You might not be able to run the bill on a roller coaster anymore because it's expanding. That is the point where men become very, 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 very harsh. Because nothing is enough. Because even the money you have not given, you have not dropped at home, has been spent right inside your pocket. So that by the time you place it on the floor, believing you have, so by the time you say, this, you just realize that what you think you have done might not have even solved half the problems at home. And knowing so well at that time, she's on leave, she is not working, you know. God, 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 God has it. She might still have good salary before that. You can believe, but sometimes if she doesn't, the ball is solely yours. You know, at that point, try to understand the fact that you are the one that sent her that errand. You know what I'm saying? So don't make it look like she was the one that impregnated herself. She was the one that brought herself into this. No, 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 no. That's the time you basically need to make her feel more comfortable in the house. You know what I'm saying? They start growing. When they grow, we can't exhaust the gamut today, though. But what I just want to quickly say is this marital stage, whatever behavior you put forward, will determine your own twilight as the man. You get what I'm saying? If you look at the majority of things, they say the man dies early. Men usually die before the wives. Maybe because of the whole hustle and bustle, the whole love and all that. So you get what I'm saying? Men usually die, a percentage of husband die before the wife, a larger percentage die before, except some of occasional cases. You know. Some are forced to die at the twilight of their life. Yes, that's the bitter truth. If you are a thorn in the throats of your wife and the children, you might not be very lucky at old age. Because, I'm sorry to say this, women don't forget offenses. Good ones among them just forgive. So, the life you live with that woman during that stage of youthful marriage life might make you at old age or mar you at old age. And if you see a woman that doesn't complain, that everything is okay with her, even if you like good design, please, it's dangerous. You people should resolve issues, talk it over. Let her come up with it. If you want too secretive, she's very, very dangerous. Yes. So you, for the wife, please be explicitly forthright. Come out, whatever it is that is bothering you. Tell him. If you're doing that, you want a happy twilight life. What I'm by twilight is old age. The moment a man is in the 60s, 65, he can't strive much. He can't really strive that much again. By the time he gets to 70, he's beginning to be at the mercy of the wife and the children. But a mother that is beginning to fill the children with only the misdeed of the father is asking the children to shrink the father's peace. That is the time where women usually pay men back in their own coin. Yes. God forbid. It won't be our portion. But please, as a man, please be up and doing. Try to adjust your home very well. Don't even give room for twilight stage revenge. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it be. Be a wife. Be a good friend, a good husband to your wife. Be a good friend to your children. Because we all know that Later in life, the children tend to get closer to their mother. It is a public knowledge. It is the woman that will go to help them at childbearing, nursing, child nursing, this and all that. The father will always be there at home. Most fathers develop blood pressure during that time because he's more like an abandoned father at home. He will fend for himself. They just tell dad, there's something in the freezer, cook it, this thing, that, this. You just realize, what if you see a very loving couple, the wife will just say, look, I won't be able to stay away from your dad for a very long time because the relationship is beginning to look, it's beyond marriage. It's more like twin relationship, you know. No, it's not even twin. It's looking more like inseparable two people, where you understand that the absence of one person directly affects the other person. We have seen old couples where the wife cannot leave the man for maybe after a week. You will see the bad side of that woman. She will be longing to go home. You know, they're still very close. They're still as youthful at heart as they have always been. They're still as caring as they've always been. But the beauty of it is when they see, they quarrel every second of the day. That's the feature of marriage. You won't know why there is so much argument, why there's so much quarrel. But I think it is natural. I think that is the point where God wants the mind to be pouring whatever bitterness it has harbored over time. You know? So please, we are going to be coasting home at this point. Men, don't listen to a friend who tells you are too submissive, you are not forceful with your wife, you are taking nonsense with your people. The solution to your marriage is not with your friend. Solution to your marriage is not with your pastor. Because they are not living inside that thing called marriage with you. You only know the solution to your marriage. Nobody. So if you say, okay, I want to report my husband to my alpha, I want to report my husband to my pastor, they will just be preaching peace. They'll be preaching peace. How do you get peace if you have not resolved the issues that's on ground? Just be patient. Just be patient. Imagine when you're telling to a patient and the crux of the matter continues to get worse. You just come, you open Quran, you open Bible, because God says the woman should be submissive. God said the man is this. And right there, one person is still running around to see how you can take the other person's life. And you don't understand. You see, the issue is, the best marriage is that is resolved by the stakeholders. What is happening in my home, you don't know. Even if I decide to start narrating from now till next year, you won't know how I am feeling. I can only narrate the situation. I can't narrate my mood. You understand? My wife can always narrate the situation. She can't narrate her mood. You won't know our next step. You won't know my next step. You understand? It is when we sit down and we are able to score a bullseye in the resolution that she'll tell me, if you know what I planned there, if you know this, know that. So you can't, because there are some things couples will not be able to let out to a stranger. So the moment you feel you are there, you want to resolve the issue, you are kept in the dark. You are kept in the dark. Because no matter what they tell you, there is still something within that they might not tell you. And that might even be the reason for that disagreement at home. So marriage can be described as a very big hall with students sitting for exams, but each student has different questions. So their answers can never be the same. You You are given a different script. I'm given a different script. I'm given a different script. And everything has different questions. So you can't copy me because we are not answering the same question. That is marriage. Yes. It's only the married couples that can sit and resolve their issue. Every other person will be forcing them to be peaceful, to be forgiven, to be, and so. But it is incumbent on the stakeholders, man and woman. I would regularly be using stakeholders, marriage stakeholders. If I don't want to, go through the cliche of, so I will just be using stakeholders, because it's a marriage matter. It is marriage matter we are discussing. So people, please pardon me if I start using stakeholders. Stakeholders, I'm trying to talk about the man and the wife because they are the one who owe stake in the relationship. You understand? So the solution to their marriage lies with them. Yes, it lies with them. You understand? So as far as the whole thing is concerned, we're beginning to now, you know what I'm saying? So as much as the thing is concerned, sorry, you see? So as far as marriage is concerned, sorry, I'm trying to do something. Anyway, we're still life, we're still going, still see how things can. So, as far as marriages are concerned, solution is in the hand of the man and the wife, the stakeholders. Take good care of it. Take very good care of it. I have only been able to touch it, the surface. I am going deeper in our subsequent edition. I am going deeper in subsequent edition. And I'm also going to be talking about the kids on the segment Kids Mentor. You know what I'm saying? I'm also going to talk about the kids because the profit of marriage manifests in the success of the children. You know what I'm saying? So when children are successful, already the marriage is reaping. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be talking about kids, how you can go by not allowing these kids to rock your happiness, by not allowing your disagreement to rock the joy of the life of the kids, by how you can go to position the kids effectively well. You understand? So far so well. We are going to be wrapping up on this note. Well, let me tell you, if not the most important thing in marriage, try to make it very, very important, if not the most important. You know what it is? Good sex. If marriage is devoid of good sex, you might be losing it. And in this part of the world, we are religious, we are too moral, we are too this, we don't discuss sex. And inability to discuss it is ruining us. What your partner will not get at home. If you starve your partner, he or she will go outside to get it. Good sex, good therapy, successful marriage. Thank you very much. Until next time.